And we are live back for more Invincible, the Rock'em Sock'em Bop'em amazing show that Prime Video has brought exclusively to us. And I have to say, it's been a thrilling journey thus far. Very excited to see what we have awaiting for us right around the bend. All that and more after this. All right, guys, Brent here back for Geek Variants, where we cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, and more. And as with me, as always, the man, the myth, the giggling legend himself, Mr. Indecisive. How are we feeling about Invincible, sir?
I mean, show's good. So it's just kind of waiting to see what Mark is going to decide to do and then decide not to do. Invincible, yes. Freaking indecisive, yes. Like he can't make up his mind about what he thinks needs to happen. So
I mean,
it's
literally
just,
last episode, he spent half the time trying to save up money so he could go woo his girlfriend and decide, hey, I'm going to go get an apartment with you so that we can, smoosh in a private area, even though you're a superhero and literally the entire world is your oyster and you get to have literally everywhere and save money just, doing stuff in the sky or the ocean or God knows what. You're superheroes for crying out loud. You have options. But he decided he wanted to do things the traditional human way, save up money. And then by the end of the episode, he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to stay at home, which ultimately I have to say is probably the right decision for him, not just for the reasons I listed, but because Oliver needs someone to keep an eye on him. You cannot have a 12-year-old who is rapidly maturing, going through puberty at an accelerated rate with alien superpowers running around, causing all kinds of havoc just at that age. Because, I mean, we all remember what we were like as teenagers. So imagine what would happen if you gave us superpowers and said, here you go, the world is your oyster. I can assure you, nothing good would have come from what I did. I can't speak for you, the viewer, but Will, what are your thoughts on everything involving Oliver thus far?
oh, you're absolutely right. I mean, his mom is not going to be able to keep tabs on her, on her life and what she's got going on to try and move forward, as well as keep tabs on what Oliver's got going on. Like, it's not going to happen. As well as him having superpowers, he's going to be all over the place and he's going to take off whenever he wants to take off. He's in that rebellious stage right now to where I'm going to do what I want to do. And he's talking back and he's just spitting whatever comes out of his mouth, which is what most kids do anyway. So, yeah, it's going to be more helpful if Mark is around to help, for lack of a better term, police him and make sure that he is being where he needs to be and doing what he's supposed to do.
And like on that note, on things that people are supposed to be doing, we saw last week's episode end up in an absolutely insane spot involving not only Machine Head, but we had our villain Lee Yu, who has been, for what we thought intents and purposes, sidelined, only to come back and find out that Lee Yu may not exactly be gone and Machine Head has nothing but vengeance and the usual world domination, making money that usually comes with the territory of running an evil operation has on his mind. How worried about this should we be? Heads up, the episode has in fact dropped on Prime Video, so I'm getting that primed up as you think about your answer pertaining to that.
No, I mean, it is what it is. I really can't. I just want to watch and see what happens next because I'm still tripping over just everything that they have going on. I don't know what else to tell you. This we're in limbo at this point. Freaking for what Mark wants to do, what freaking Eve needs to do, what Omni Man and Alan are about to do.
The ultimate bromance that we never thought we would have seen coming, especially after the way season one finished. But hey, by all intents and purposes, folks, for those who are watching on the live stream, we keep everything separate from this sphere here, so you won't see anything pertaining to the episode. Go ahead and pull it up on Prime Video on your viewing platform, on your viewing of choice, whether it be laptop, smartphone, whatever the case may be, for via your Prime Video app. Pull up along to the 56-second mark. We'll go ahead and sync up with you guys, and we'll watch, and we'll give our opinions, advice, funny commentary, along with the usual stuff that we give pertaining to these videos. And as always, likes, dislikes, comments, all that good stuff goes a long way pertaining to the series and helping out the channel, and keeps you informed for when we have more Invincible stuff dropping, as we always have recaps directly at the very end of this episode, as well as afterwards as well. My good man Will, are you ready to go ahead and enjoy some more Invincible, brought to us by the amazing Prime Video?
I would love to if it came up for me.
You're still in limbo, huh?
Yeah, I mean you're West Coast, so it's gonna hit for you first and then trickle.
Is this like the time where I'm supposed to say West Side and like understand what that means? Because I have no idea like what that actually pertains to. All I know is that being on the West Coast, I have a better sleep schedule when it comes to content. That's all I've got for the meantime. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll be East Coast side with y'all and just be, dealing with the 3 a.m. hours or wherever you guys are, enjoying this show from, waiting on your end to see when it's going to drop on your side, because mine dropped nice and early. I'm staring at some pigeons eating some, I assume, pigeon feed or some breadcrumbs, as you go ahead and wait to get that all pulled up on your side.
You can go ahead and start. It's fine by me.
I was going to say, it seems like your Prime Video seems to be a little bit behind. We have another East Coaster, so East Side's representing. I guess I am standing alone, proud as always, proud as, the Saiyan Prince himself, Super Saiyan 3, the Lord of the Bathtub, as the lone Prince Saiyan, representing for Dragon Ball Daima. If you don't know about that comment, you need to go ahead and catch up. You could probably watch just the latest episode if you want to see them all.
Best. That was still funny. I mean, Vegeta had his priorities.
And everyone who's like, he's a simp, you don't understand. This is a billionaire woman he pulled with no job, no life skills, no basic understanding of earthly function, and then he turned out to be a functional husband who's got a trophy wife sitting at home who pays all his bills for him while he goes and fights and trains. So he's got his life figured out. So he's living his best life, so to speak. So I'm gonna go ahead and not the man, the Prince of all Saiyans, the man who has his own shelf, and maybe one day I'll get lucky enough and be able to meet the one and the only Christopher Sabat, because that would be, the little kid in me would be beyond thrilled, and I would probably fangirl more than I should. Have you been able to pull it up yet on the East Coast side? Because it looks like you're 4 minutes past. Mine pulled up immediately.
Yeah, no, I got nothing here. Like I've refreshed several times. It
It's
still
not just
says
watch
coming
episode
soon.
6, just literally in that one little box there.
Yeah, it's watch episode 6. Freaking
It's
popped up.
episode
Yeah,
6.
yeah. I'm saying it just popped up.
See, you have to ask for it. You got to wish for it. You got to be a little more optimistic there, Captain America. You gotta really believe, Cap.
I ain't believing nothing, man. I was waiting for that thing to go because I was ready.
I
All right,
mean,
what's your marker?
I got 56 seconds. You should be staring at some pigeons, looking at some bread, living their best life. Fat, simple, and also, if you've been to Japan, you'll know the pigeons will literally come up to you. They are not terrified of you like the pigeons in the United States are. They want nothing to do
All right,
with
I'm good to go.
else. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Let's enjoy some Invincible. See what shenanigans we're gonna get up to this week. Look at him go. Typical parents having a nice time at the park. It's gonna end in tragedy. It always
Man,
happens.
anything on Invincible is just peaceful.
Well, it's just like The Boys. Anytime there's too much peace, you're like, all right, cool. How am I gonna get hurt next? Like, which side character am I not supposed to care about is gonna get tragically hurt? Oh, Dad's got superpowers. He's kind of like Static Shock's power. Also, a character who I believe, under the supervision of James Gunn, would really thrive. But another soapbox for another day. Static never gets enough love.
So I feel like he's going to lose his family.
Yep. It's gonna be Mark's fault, ain't it? Like, this is like a flashback in time. Mark crashes through the building, everyone goes kaput, and then bam. This electric bullet is just like, you know what? It's time to shine. Oh, there's that. Is that the day that Nolan happened to pop on through? Because that was things on a chaotic level. That's some true
Hmm.
Viltrumite power. Oh, yep. There's Mark getting smacked into a building. Nope, that's present time. That's blue suit Mark. So who's giving him the business? All I want to know is who's still trying to pay for like the unreasonable rates to live in the city just to have this happen around you. The insurance premiums alone would be enough for me to leave. Let alone just
No, he's got his yellow, his blue and yellow
oh,
on.
I thought that was the blue suit. Oh yeah, it's hit Nolan. It's his fight with his dad. This is kind of like how the Spider-Man story started, or initially, like when we saw all the fallout from the decisions that Iron Man made, and then next thing you know, we had Vulture because he was like, "Yeah, this kind of sucks being the guy, in the casualty of things." He he's gonna head and try and they're gonna sue Invincible, like like trying to sue superheroes is bad. Flashback to Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, yes. Although that movie did not live up to expectations, there were bits and pieces of it that were enjoyable, but the whole Martha moment, I think, yeah, I think that's enough said. Matches is on the same wavelength, though. Maybe East Coast though. So cross squads, game recognized game. How are you supposed to subpoena a superhero? Like it's not like their home address is public domain. The government's not going to give that information up if they had it. And again, you're going up against a government that where Cecil runs a tighter ship than both Nick Fury and Amanda Waller combined. So good luck. There is no such thing as justice. Your daughter is unfortunately gone, my man. But this is what's going to propel him down that road to be his best villain.
There's that mad face. He,
Yeah, that's not a happy camper. That's a man who's about to go on his own warpath because he's like he exhausted all of his resources. He hit the wall, and well, here we are. It's like you can pull up all these images that you want, all these videos that you want, and all these allegations, but like being able to manifest something that's going to stop everybody is just not going to work. Although that's pretty. Oh, okay, it doesn't
mhm.
work. Got it. Mhm. And so are they making weapons to stop them, or is it just completely unrelated and he's going to seize it for himself?
I think he's gonna take it for himself because he's working at the GDA.
Hmm. We are watching, Sai. We are watching.
Mm,
This because this man is like he's doing that little questionable peek around. He's just keeping an eye on everything, see what's up, what's good with all the folks. I don't- How would this dude end up working at the Pentagon? Great. Oh, it's like comic book fans. My guy would have won. He wasn't in his prime suit. Hmm.
true.
She's spitting facts. You do not walk into the Pentagon and get out of it that way. 2A. I guess that's the code name for Oliver.
Possibly. Elephant Man.
Elephant. So the elephant is a vegetarian. Yeah, stop breaking other people's cars. Because again, cars are the ultimate victims in superhero stories because they're either being thrown or someone's being thrown into them and denting it. Yeah, I mean that's proper motivation. I would definitely own a ruin burger joint. I mean, if it's like sushi, I don't care. Let it. What happens happens.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? Stop him?
Elephant groans.
Oh, they got burgers afterwards. They weren't lying. I'm happy about that. They have to pay for it. You think?
Yes, they better be paying for it.
What do I do for a living? You're watching it. Get out of here.
He's
Leave
not
your
spending money
questions.
on rent, so why not pay for it?
No, shoot. Hmm. Burger looks pretty good too. Crazy. Tough situation, I guess. Yeah, but all the good you did is wiped out by trying to enslave humanity. People aren't really fond of being put under anyone's thumb. It's not. It's not the thing. Oh yeah, that's entirely what I would be saying.
Yeah.
It's like dad made a mistake, a really, really unforgivable mistake. So that's all we got.
Mm.
So basically, this whole episode is basically going to be Mark footing the bill for everything involving Nolan. Like it seems like his sins are like what's going on here because Nolan ended up offing that dude's family. Nolan ended up causing all these issues with Oliver. We're gonna have a lot to speculate on here.
Mm.
He's homesick, which that's good for them. But yeah, she was until she got squashed like a bug. Filter might. It's just complicated.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna see one day maybe Nolan turn this corner. You think? Like it actually just be a good dude, or
Up in the air, man.
because I see with how much time he spent like crying and moping and I deserve my fate. So you know, like if you just give some a couple pictures of Spider Man, he might be fine.
Is he practicing?
I mean, if you're gonna come out as supervillain, wouldn't you want your lines rehearsed so like your first public appearance like goes over well?
I don't like how his mask goes up and then stops.
Yeah,
Like I don't feel like it. How's it hanging on? Is it like
yeah.
spandex? Like if you had a band across the front, then it would make more sense.
Imagine he had Vegeta's widow peak with that outfit.
Yeah.
That'd be horrific. That'd be like a 5 head, not a 4 head. Huh. His girlfriend is supportive of this route?
Yeah, he's been taking the stuff. That's why they told me the miscounts earlier.
That's crazy. Uh, I guess this is a ride or die woman for all intents and purposes. Just the worst kind right now.
Here we go.
It's gonna hurt. That's crazy. The love of a parent is definitely questionable in this case. That's right to the spine.
Yeah.
You'll feel that one. A little bit more of a tickle. We're just carrying around sledgehammers now.
You gonna hit him with it?
Oh wow. This is pain. Power the suit.
Yeah, that's what the daughter was doing when she was punching, and he was able to generate them. But he's got to
Oh.
have some kind of like kinetic buildup. So think like Black Panther suit.
So basically, you think if Mark hits him hard enough, it's just
It,
he's
it's gonna
dropping something that's like a level of city.
it's gonna charge him up, yeah, to where he
Well,
could he could go nuclear, so to speak.
basically, you need to take off his dome and then hope the energy gets released straight up as opposed to out. Seems to be the only option.
But it doesn't sound like he took that because she hit him in the face with a sledgehammer. So does he not take any physical damage? Like it all just generates to electricity? Because again, he ain't bleeding out the nose or nothing. He ain't doing nothing.
We're still mourning the loss of our daughter, and we're deeply, deeply into PTSD. Let's bring another kid in the world. Okay. I mean, yeah, he's got you there. Like Parasite was sort of better. Yeah, yeah, that's one way of doing it. Got a crazy story pertaining to Parasite, if I remember correctly, too, in the comics. But it's kind of nice seeing Mark's mom actually have these moments where she gets
Be
to
happy.
be actually sane. Good man. Kids are coming up well. The daughter she always wanted. But I still don't trust Paul.
I do not trust Paul though. I do not.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause I wonder, do you think Cecil got to him or he just works for somebody else?
I wouldn't put it past Cecil at all.
Cecil's sneaky, man. Cecil just does what Cecil wants to do. 'Cause, I mean, most people didn't even realize like how long he's been doing what he's doing. All about reputation. Well,
Hmm.
they already like represent a jail, so it's fine. It's really hard to relate though in Paul's defense. These kids save the world on a daily planet. On a daily planet. On a daily basis. There we go. English. I can do this. It's not my first time.
Right.
But like it's it's nice he's trying,
Yeah, Shane.
albeit probably through ulterior motives. You don't need to be his dad.
You don't have to fit in.
You just got to step up and be there while you can. Like that's it. No one's asking you to like, restart the family from ground zero. Nolan already reduced everything to ground zero. And then Mark and his mom have picked up the pieces since. Oliver, really? I don't know how you're gonna. Like, how are you supposed to like make sure that's enforced, though?
You can't. She can't even reach him. He's up in the ceiling.
Like you gotta get like a fly swatter and just start swinging at Oliver at this point. He's gonna jump. I mean, I don't know what his name is yet, but I think he's gonna. Oh, he's jumping for the. Okay,
He's gonna jump down and take the kinetic energy of smacking into the ground or something.
kind of like the Black Panther suit. Takes damage. Next thing you know, boom, kinetic energy to an extent. Because like if you get hit hard enough, obviously even that would take some serious damage.
I mean, that was definitely the reference I gave earlier for sure.
I'm just a little late to the party tonight.
I
Little
ain't
late to
been
the party.
I ain't been bowling in ages.
I'm terrible at bowling. Like terrible at bowling. I just get
I'm
like
horrible at it, but it's
I just get
fun.
like the 8-pound ball and I just throw it as hard as I can down the lane. What happens happens. I have not broken 120, so I'm bad. I mean, he's found a nice, healthy relationship. He's got a good hobby. His life's going good. Oh, the new
Yeah, here we
boyfriend.
go.
Episode is already up. Roy, episode is already up on Prime Video, which is where we're watching. We're just kind of talking about it as the episode is going on. We are 18 minutes in. Oh, same
Kyle.
super dog shirt. They might have some common ground there.
Seance dog.
There they go. There they go.
Yeah,
And then the
that's what
girls
happened.
get to hang out. If we find the same common ground in hobbies, we're friends. That's it. It's the
That's it.
unwritten rule.
It worked so
Like,
easy.
it's like, you like the same little pieces of plastic that have little monsters drawn on them that I do? Yes. Next thing you know, best friends. It's over. Simple. It's like they seem to have been moving on pretty good together. This is what's best for both of them.
See, a nice little wholesome moment.
She said that like she meant that too, as opposed to like, I'm so happy for you. She means it, like, go look at William. He's the one who's kicking all of our butts. He was literally about to say your name, my guy. I think you
Yep.
should go. No, you can't. Not when you're literally being verbally called out, and the city is.
Yeah, where's the teen team or the Guardians of the Globe? Where they at?
Rex is hopefully cooking. Well, cooking better, I should say. Because I mean, you could at least have.
Did you
That was-
you see?
yeah, this is nice. They're doing a great touch with this. You can fill in the blank with whatever you want. Well done. This is brilliant.
Very well done. Very well done.
A little Invincible just flashing in and out throughout the episode. Well done.
Episode is going. It's going.
There we go. They were just kind of doing the nice little warm up. I like that. Really, this guy?
Shapesmith. The episode always drops at 3 a.m. East Coast time, 12 Pacific.
West Coast represent. No one knows who you are, my guy. I don't even know who you are. I've met you several times, but you just don't make a lasting impression that I enjoy. So he's
Yep.
new. Yeah, he's got beef with cats. Interesting. Weird thing to decide there.
Mm,
It's like we're not really talking with Invincible right now. Can you call back later?
mm.
Oh, he's got the voice down.
Let's see how he handles it.
He's just gonna
Yep.
keep powering him up because he
Hmm.
doesn't realize what's going on here.
Yep.
It's like why are those shining brighter? Are you about to flash me? And then boom. But again, you think the human body at some point would have a pain point threshold that it can't sustain. Oops. Whoops. That's not justice.
Mm,
Yeah, but you still caused a ruckus in the city, which was gonna cause people to come get you.
mhm.
I don't think you thought this plan through really
He
well.
did not think it through.
Like your big opening night needs to be better. Oh, yeah, he's alive. He'll be fine. Shapesmith will walk
Yeah,
it off
he's
anyway.
okay. He'll walk it off.
It's a flesh wound, like the Black Knight in the Holy Grail. I mean, at least
Are
he's
you
figuring out this
sure?
part of the
Because
plan.
your face is not covered. You're all over TV. You're using the discs, so they should know right now.
To play devil's advocate, Clark Kent been doing it for years.
That's a whole different thing.
It's literally just glasses.
It's
If
a
I put on
whole.
glasses right now, you still know it's me.
It's a whole different thing. He is.
Same body type, same face, same voice. I mean,
He's he's special.
mm.
I don't agree with it, but he's special.
Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, that would
Jack, don't want nothing to do with you right now. You crazy man.
you just trying to give Jack PTSD here really early on. And he's like, ah, there it is.
Yeah, you didn't think about that. You could have waited for today.
Y-
Like you could have just went out tomorrow.
Yeah, you could have gone like done a training montage somewhere, figured out the peak level or charge up as much power as possible, and then go from there. But also, Eve is super, super good for him, which means I'm very concerned about her safety.
Hmm. We really that nervous about flying? They put that much makeup on him to like change what he looked like. Uh, this is the weirdest family outing possible, though. Yeah, I'd be bored too if I had to sit in the car when I know I could fly the whole way. I'm just saying.
What is this guy up to?
Mm.
Because I thought that was like the music for the Maulers, but I forgot they've been mauled, so I don't think we'll be seeing them.
Next season.
Maybe. I thought those were the two. That was the original and the clone. So like, we're not
Do we know that for
really.
sure though?
No, we never
Because
do.
they never know who's the original. Remember?
That'd be really annoying. That would bother me more than anything else. Well, also, where is he getting the budget to do all of this stuff? Because he left Cecil, so this is
I
just
mean, he
kind of.
probably took a lot of stuff with him.
Okay, so we're gonna try and fix her so that she doesn't keep de-aging. This is. And he's like, I've got science now. Mm, why is she so nervous about all this? It's like he is a super genius to an extreme level. Well, so she just loses a day at a time. He found a way to de-age stuff. He could have sold that to like a makeup company and made $1 trillion. I mean, pertaining to her costume, yeah, belt's also the least out of the way. I wouldn't phrase it as curse though around your girl. I think just saying magic would have sufficed. Hmm. No. Ta-da.
Let's see if it works.
Come on, root for it. Did it work? Science. Hey. But there's got to be another bug to this, or this wouldn't be something else.
It worked.
For now, this is Invincible after all. I'm not expecting this to be like, a smooth transition. Wow, Rudy coming out of hero here. He's cooking. Good for him. I mean, I wish he understood emotions a little bit better, but one step at a time. One step at a time.
Hey man, he's figuring it out.
And
He's
now she's
figuring
gonna
it
go
out.
see Rex because she's like, "Oh, that was a cute moment. I want to go have my cute moment." I see Rexy Boo. What is he gonna go cuss about now? It's not like she's far. She's in the base. Nah? Are they gonna, eh?
Talk.
Attaboy Rex. You're still awkward, but making it work. Oh wow.
Mm.
Rex is taking that one on the chin. That's a bad day. I'm still here for you, Rex, but that's a tough one. I feel like she's gonna get forced back into action at some point, but until then, we're just kind of holding on to what we can. That's a lot of monuments, man. There he is.
Here we go.
Showtime. She just kind of walked away. It's like, yeah, what do you mean? Give me the microphone. It's like, yeah, all right, time to go and get
Mm,
everything. And hello, hello in the chat. Hello.
what up? What up?
I mean, he saw the tapes. Should he have realized that Mark was not in charge of this whole operation?
He don't care.
Because Nolan was palming his head like a basketball. It's not like he was here willingly. I think another grown human being wants somebody else to pick them up by the head and be like, here you go, here's a train. That's crazy.
Uh,
Although she's just like doing all the work, and
mm.
Mark and Oliver are just kind of like taking five. Because like her
Okay, so
powers, if she just sealed him, that'd been it.
her energy blasts are also charging him up. So any type of damage he takes, there's your
Yeah,
ceiling.
yeah. He's probably just gonna get upset, overcharge, bust out. But at least he's using his energy that he has stored up, as opposed to just using it, in a way where you just keep over and over and over charging. It's like finding that Final Fantasy glitch where you just constantly have your overdrive and can just
Mm.
spam it.
Nope, there's the Guardians.
It's like, I want a day off. Here you go. Who knows if Mark and Oliver will fight? Who knows? Not really down that road yet. I haven't read the books. He hasn't read the books. Who knows? I mean, Tony knows, but Tony asleep.
Tony knows. I don't think we're gonna get that this season. Um, but I do think that we'll get something partial just from some of the stuff that I talked with Tony about. Um, I got an idea where it's going.
Especially with the friction that's building up about, team I'm all for Nolan and then team I'm not for Nolan. So that's kind of something that, huh, I think he's going to figure out damage still works here. So he's just going to keep hurting himself or try and get them to fight him. So he's just, boom, charge back up. Yep. They're just going to watch this happen. It's like what you really needed to do was find a way to incapacitate him. Like
Mhm.
tranquilizer,
He
probably.
needs he needs a bubble suit.
Oh, there we go. Why'd you bother holding on to the roof of the thing if you know you're going to be fine anyway? Because you take damage exceptionally well. It's like he's not a strong villain. He's just an annoying villain where he just keeps coming back. He's like Rhino. It's just like, why are you here, man? Like out of all the villains, why are you here? What's your purpose? That's why I'm always worried about Eve. She's the only thing keeping him sane. Yeah, Cecil will never tell you the truth. That's the advantage of working with him.
Hmm.
Yes, Mark, you can continue to bear the family curse or you can rise above it. So, like, you have to keep moving on in your own image, not your father's. Now, there's the word. Oh, there you go, Rex. There's the adult decision. Guess his life would be way better off not doing this.
I think Rex is a good hero. Like
Now, now.
he's
It
always
seems
had
like
the potential. He just had to grow up some. So,
the right woman and then the right friends helping him along the way. Yeah, for sure. Like he can live a great life doing a lot of decent things. It's just he doesn't need to die for anybody. This isn't his fight anymore. Like everyone that keeps showing up is like Viltrumite level. It's not like we're dealing with, your standard villain other than this guy who popped up and is like he's just annoying.
but how much can you stand by if people are getting hurt? Like, how much are you willing to not do anything?
I mean, if you move out to the middle of nowhere, this won't catch up to you. It just seems to be major cities. Like your New Yorks, your San Franciscos, Chicago's,
But
big
you're
district
also
cities
you're abandoning your friends, people that you do care about, as well.
for someone else you love. That's what's
This
important.
is still new. This is still new,
But for Rex, this is everything right now.
but the relationships that he's established have been around longer.
Not like Mark can't go fly and see him in 2 seconds or less. Eve can do the exact same thing. Everyone else he's
But
indifferent with.
that still brings him into the thing because they're going to talk about superhero stuff, what's been going on, and again, he's going to know. So he can't just move to nowhere and not know about what's going on if he has any type of knowledge of that stuff coming back to him.
I just
He
take
he,
that as
he
like
would
a
have to be
vet who's like
secluded.
out the game, but still has friends who are out there deployed, and he still knows the chatter of what's going on out there to an
But that's
extent.
that's
You
different
don't
than
need to
injury.
always be out there.
I mean, it's different injury or restriction versus whatever. Trust me, if I could still be in, I would be.
You are a brave, brave man, and we appreciate your service. But I like my couch. I like my couch. Rex. Oh, there it is.
We knew that was coming.
Attaboy. Now leave with that woman and don't look back. You don't need this anymore. I mean, his wife is ride or die, but like this is gonna only end one way for him. I really feel like Cecil could literally walk up and go boop, powers off. Anyway, you come with me, and that's it.
She's too ride or die. Like I don't like her look.
Like she's not in a decent frame of mind. Powerplex.
Uh,
Donald out here though, playing double agent. My goodness, I'm sure Cecil knows, but like,
Mhm.
hmm. Oh wow, we still have that whole loose end going on.
Oh, we know it's Angstrom.
Yeah, but we don't know when we're gonna run into Angstrom. Like, is Angstrom gonna run into Powerplex and be like, "Hey, got something you may want. I can help you."
Powerplex is about to get dealt with.
He needs to work on his public speech skills a little bit.
This was her idea.
Entirely her idea. His
Really, you
child.
did the baby too? Like,
Oh, okay,
come
yeah,
on,
jail
yeah,
immediately.
y'all are y'all are twisted.
Like, this is messed up. You never get your kids involved in this. I mean, you don't ever go down this road, period. But like, don't bring your kids into this. Kids don't need to be going after superheroes who are god tier level characters. No, leave them alone. Well, they're planet level, not god level. Sorry. Name dropping you. Like that should probably drop the guard a bit. Like we didn't mean on fighting here.
He's
Okay, yep.
giving you. He's
Mark did the right thing here. I ain't.
Yeah,
I ain't tripping on this.
but when he did say won't bring them back, I was like, you don't want to say that, but yeah, because that's a trigger for.
You press the button, the anger button. This Powerplex is a little loose. He was like Electro.
I
Just
have powers. That's what makes me special. You
yeah,
jackwagon.
yeah. 'Cause if he keeps electrifying the ground like that, he's eventually going to weaken it, and he's going to drop his wife and child. Like, this isn't the best idea. Ugh.
Oh god, this is not gonna end well.
Yeah. Mark, we both know you can go faster than that. You just chose not to.
Just pick him up and throw him in the air.
Just,
Get them and then catch him before he hits the ground and get any more energy.
yeah. Oop, now that's gonna leave a mark. Yeah, she is the one that led Powerplex down this terrible road, but also spitting on
Mm,
someone. Savage. That's a fight on sight.
don't call for Scott now.
Yeah, it's a little late. Fried him. What a crispy mark.
You fried them.
Oh, you imbecile. You
You
fried your own family,
dummy.
and you didn't even kill Mark. Hmm.
Oh, you idiot.
literally what Invincible warned you about like 2 minutes ago. It's like you need to move them in safety. You will kill them, and then he does.
You
I,
idiot.
like I knew your screw was loose, Powerplex, but this is next level embarrassing. And now he's gonna have a whole new level of emotional grief to power him up. Yep, there it is.
Oh,
And now he's just casting lightning bolt like he's some kind of Norse god. But also, if I'm Mark, I'm definitely going to talk to my costume guy. Be like, "Can you make my suit electric proof?" Just asking for a friend.
insulated. You need to insulate it.
Oh, did we cause a short circuit in the suit? I think the only other option would have been like, destroying his spine. I can't stand, but God. Mm. Cecil's just going to end up using Powerplex or something else. Like this is not going to end well. Because I will say, Mark's making some huge strides this episode emotionally.
Yeah, he's definitely got better.
He's at least facing what he needs to, even if it's not necessarily his fault. Oh, yeah, he's not gonna be rehabbed. Powerplex, you're not gonna be able to do it. You just got hugged to defeat you. Like, you're not gonna be a threat. Mark's only gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger. He's had a he's had a really bad day.
He has.
Like he's done everything right, and there's another orb. Angstrom is back, ready to go. Picked up right where he left off. Mm. Oh, there it is. Little post-credit scene. Just figuring out how to spy on them properly and use everything.
Hmm.
Oh boy, that's a problem.
Yep, that's a huge problem.
That is the worst problem to have. He's got a
That is.
Viltrumite force just waiting in the wings, and one of them looks like one of the iterations of Mark that you don't really want to mess with. Oh boy, we are we're cooking now. We're cooking with fire.
We are cooking. So that's a whole lot of Invincibles.
It looked like there was about 2 dozen, if my math was correct, which is big if. Not a math major here. Not gonna try and Pretend math is my strong subject, but let's go ahead and get the review ready to go. We'll give you guys our brief thoughts. By all means, sound off in the comments below your thoughts pertaining in the episode. We'll get to them as they appear up on screen. We'll start with the man whose opinion I care the most about pertaining to Invincible, other than Tony, because he's sound asleep, and I'm sure he'll hit me up in the recap review, let me know what I got right, what I got wrong, per usual. Will, your thoughts?
Yeah, we're about to have Invincible War. I'm trying to get a look at all of the ones that they have looking listed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Invincible variations are present.
Talk about some geek variants.
So yeah, these are these are some variants, that's for sure. Um, Again, you got freaking Viltrumite version, an Omni Man version, several different Invincible versions. Like it's going to kick off, and this is going to be fine. Again, we don't know their power level because they all came from looks like different timelines have been gathered. So that's going to be a problem. Uh, as far as the episode is concerned, I think the episode was great. Again, it allowed us to really see Invincible actually start making some more grown up and adult decisions about how things need to happen. It seems like he's, you know, taking the lead, like he's handling some stuff for Oliver. You see, he was, snatched out from flying in the room when Mom was trying to have her moment. Uh, Eve has a handle on kind of getting him to do what she needs him to do, so it's good that they're partners and they have that. Um, I guess they're gonna have that dynamic. So I think that's probably what's gonna say Oliver. So we talked about having the Oliver versus Mark fight. I do think that's gonna happen eventually. Oliver is going to can grow up a little bit further. He's gonna disagree with something about Mark, and they're going to fight. And it's probably going to be Eve or Nolan that's going to stop the fight, like pull it back or bring it back into the fold. If not one of them stopping the fight, then the fight is going to happen in the midst of a battle, and somebody's going to take them out. Like that's just kind of my prediction so far of what's possible to happen because the fight will be stopped by him getting injured, and then Invincible, of course, is going to defend his brother, and then we just kind of have it out from there. Do see that as being a possibility. Everything else again is pretty solid. Like I don't think Powerplex is going anywhere. He's set up for the long haul. I think he will get out at some point and be useful, probably to any one of the several criminals that is kind of floating around. But again, depending on you can actually leave that open ended. You can have him in there. He wants to get out, and he can come back around if they're doing what 5 seasons of this or something like that. He can come back around season 4, season 5, whatever. But I'm pretty sure that season 4 is going to revolve around the Invincible War kind of thing that's going. This looks like it's about to happen. Like
Invincible War.
it's going to be Invincible and Adam Eve, freaking, and several others versus all these variations of Mark, and it's going to be some problems. It's going to be some smoke in the city. Like it's going to get bad real quick.
Like that monument is going to get a whole lot of names added to that list in a quick hurry, which is really unfortunate to say because Mark seems to be turning that corner where he's more efficient as a hero and he's more resilient in his resolve to do the right thing, both morally and physically. Because young Mark was reckless, ready to just throw hands. He got emotional. He did a lot of crazy different things, as we saw, like when he was fighting like Battle Beast back in season 1. He was too reckless. He was too cocky. Nolan, he was too shy. He was too timid. He wasn't really sure he could pull the punch that he absolutely needed to. Like now Mark is able to assess what his villains are doing. He's able to plan out his strategy and execute them in an efficient manner that has worked as best as it possibly could pertaining to himself and his character. And I like seeing the actual character development. This is why I'm happy if this show ends up going 5 seasons. I want characters to continue to develop, to grow, to either strengthen their relationships or have their relationships fracture in a way that makes sense. And right now, the writing for the show has been impeccable. It's been funny. It's been dark. It's been in depth. This is what you want from your characters. And sure, a lot of people are like, it's just too gory. It's just too over the top. Hey, I get it. But at the same time, this universe is so well grounded and established in what it has going on that I'm all here for. We're trying to build up the relationship between, Powerplex and his family. We literally got a whole synopsis of them in one episode. We got to see Rex kind of decide, is he gonna fall in love? Is he going to give up being a hero for this love? Is he going to try some new stuff? We saw that other heroes were working on just trying to fix each other's flaws pertaining to like their transformation so that
Hmm.
they spend more time together. And then Eve immediately recognizes Mark's emotional moment where he's like, "Look, I know you just need to talk. You've had a bad day," and literally all he does is put his head on hers, and that's it. That was all he needed. He needed that peace. So I think for Mark, when or if something happens to Eve that's say catastrophic, like say Nissa returns or whoever Anissa is working for because she's not the head Viltrumite arrives and something happens to Eve in that regard, then we're going to see a new side of Mark that's more voracious. He's going to be ruthless and he's going to have a whole new edge to him that could be really, really dangerous for everyone else on Earth if he isn't properly checked. But right now, things are good. But again, the Invincible universe, just like the universe involving the boys, or Game of Thrones, or House of the Dragons, when things are going good for too long, I'm just waiting for that brick to fall, whatever that is. Something's going to happen to somebody. I'm not going to love
Waiting
it.
for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah, there's going to be something that's going to happen that's going to be quite dangerous for everyone involved. And I'm not really keen on it happening. But again, I'm fascinated to see where we're going to go here, especially with this Angstrom slow burn, because we saw him 3 episodes ago now, just kind of give that, I'm here, I'm spying on you. And it was just him at the time. And then come back, a couple episodes later, he already has a force assembled and he thinks he's ready to go ahead and get the job done. Will we see him next week? Who knows? Will we see, everything involving Machine Head and his story start playing out more? When is Powerplex going to get back? When is Nolan and Alan going to make the next emergence? When is Anissa coming back? There's a lot of questions to ask, and I don't have any really concrete answers to them. I guess the only thing that I can say is we're going to have to hurry up and wait, would be the best thing that I can say for these characters. Is there anything else you wanted to speculate on before we went ahead and jumped into our official video review?
No, I agree. Everything is going to come to a head, just because of the more calming moment that we've had here. Um, I do love that, his mom was like, give her credit, like she can handle this, and so that she figured out what to do. She didn't tell the Guardians of the Globe what was going on, but she figured out what the problem was, and she was able to neutralize him very easily, like not a problem. So I love that, he's going to have more trust in her, more faith in her to do what she needs to do. So when she tells him something like I got this or whatever, so that he can trust her to do that. So a lot of these relationships are getting built, and I'm just hoping that they can stand the test of time because they're in for rough seas. But that's all I got. Again, Invincible War, 15 different Invincibles working for Angstrom. It's gonna get nasty.
Yeah, and just hoping for Mark, the not on the same power level he is currently. And as always, what I am also hoping for is if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free. It greatly alerts you to more content that we make pertaining to Invincible. We have Dragon Ball Daima. We have Harley Quinn going on. We have Solo Leveling going on, just to name a few, with other great shows like Daredevil right on the horizon for us to go ahead, review, talk about, have some speculation about, and enjoy all together as fans. So by all means, hit that lovely subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment, let us know your thoughts, your feelings. We'll have our Invincible review up shortly. As always, Brent here for Geek Variants with the man, the myth, the marvel, Mr. Indecisive and can't make a list himself, Will. We'll see you in the next episode.